This video is a continuation of the last video dealing with stem plots. This is the second type of graphical display that I'm going to teach you, and it is called a histogram. It's basically a glorified bar graph, but there are some differences and some specifics that you should note. So go ahead and take a second to pause the video and copy these 3 steps down. You're going to divide the range of data into classes of equal width. You're going to count the number of observations in each interval. This is also called a frequency chart. Label and scale your axes and title your graph. That's AP points. And draw a bar that represents the count or frequency in each class. And again, the idea of this is a group of numbers is not enough. I can't see what that looks like. So another common display would be a histogram. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the range, which is 85 minus 42, which is 43. So there are a span of 43 numbers that you need to cover. We're basically going to divide that into 7 what's called classes, or basically they're the bars. So I want 7 bars. Now it's not always 7. There's not really a right or wrong. It just depends on what the data looks like. I'm going to start off with 7. If I divide those 2 numbers, I get 6.14. I'm going to always round that number up and get 7. Keep that number in mind. Now it's just a coincidence that that number and the number of classes was the same. That just so happened. So that won't always be. So this is basically the width of each interval. So now I'm going to make my frequency chart. And it is a chart of the frequencies that go in each interval. Whoops. Frequency chart. Okay, and it basically goes like this. You have an interval, and you have a frequency. How often a number occurs in that interval. So I'm going to scroll down and draw this bar and try to make it as straight as possible. It's a little bit more difficult on the smartboard. So here is my frequency chart. Now, I'm going to start with the lowest number, which in this case is 42. So that's going to be my starting point right here. Now, my width is, again, 7. So I'm going to add 7 each time. So I'll end up with 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, and then I have a number that's above that, so I'm going to write the last one here, 91. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. That's the very last one. Now, an interval is a set of numbers, so I need the right endpoint, basically. All I do is I go back and use this number and write it here. So this would be 84, 77, 70, 63, 56, 49. So my first interval is going to be between 42 and 49, but I'm going to make one more addition and put a less than symbol. It's not including the number 49, because 49, once I get to 49, I go into this category. So this category goes up until I get to 56, and then 56 would go in this category. So technically 55.9 would still be in this interval. So 56 to 63, but not including 63. 63 is in the next interval, all the way up until 70 would then move into the next one, up until 77, and then 84 and up to 91. Now I'm just going to go up and I'm going to count the frequency of each interval. So, again, this is very nice that my numbers are in order. So, 42 to 49. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 numbers. 49 to 56. Whoops. I lied. 49. And I did that on purpose to make sure that you were paying attention. 49 goes into my next category. So really, that's my first interval, because it does not include 49. So that's going to be 4. 49 goes into the second category here, second interval. So we start at 49 and we all go all the way up to 56, but we don't count 56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's my next one. 56 up until 63, but not including 63. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then 63 to 70, but not including 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 70 to 77, but not including 77. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 77 to 84, but not including 84. 1, 2, 3. And then there was one number that was above. Okay? Again, it's pretty nice that they're in order. We went 63 to 70, but not including 70. Then we went 70 to 77, not including 77. And then we went 77 to 84. And then the last one was 85. You don't have to draw those lines. I just was kind of showing you where I was getting them from. So there's our frequency chart. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to put that into a graph. So I'll scroll down here and I'll use my graph. Now, as I said before, you're going to want to title it AP pulse rates in beats per minute. You're going to want to label your axes. Oops, there's one. Okay, so on this side, we're going to have frequencies. It's basically going to be the height of each bar. And down here, we have pulse rate. Now, I'm going to use my intervals to create my bars. Each one of these numbers here, each one of these is going to be a bar. So, I start off with what's called a break because my numbers don't start at 0. So I'm going to put my little dashes. Okay, we went from 42 to 49 to 56 to 63 to 70 to 77 to 84 and 91, even though we didn't have anything higher than that. So now you can kind of start to see this is almost like a number line. And as I go along and count those numbers here, boom, 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 as soon as I get to 49, it's in this bar. Now over here, I'm just going to scale my frequencies. I go from 1 to 9. So I'll just scale this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now's the fun part. I get to draw these bars. So 42 to 49 was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will take off points if you do not label these, so get used to it. 42 to 49 again was 4. So we're going to go up to 4. and down. Alright. 49 to 56 was 5, so I kind of try to get as close as I can. I'll give you graph paper so you can be a little more precise. 56 to 63 was 9, so we go all the way up to here to 9. Go down, across, and up. 63 to 70 was 8. 70 to 77 was 5, so I come over here to 5 and go down. 77 to 84 was 3. And 84 to 91, we had that one last number. Boom. And there is my histogram. Again, I said it's like a bar graph. The main difference is you can see here the bars are touching. You got to have your bars touch because, as I said before, this is like a number line. There are no gaps. Okay? Very good. Looks beautiful.